Well, hello there, welcome back. How is everyone today? Today we're going to be ranking the 8 Harry Potter films. A franchise I have loved really much. One of my favourite movie franchises, which I've loved for a really long time, which I still do love, and it's probably one of my all-time favourite movie franchises. It's quite rewatchable, Harry Potter, but after you've seen the final movie, it's not really worth watching. But my favourite movie, though, I could watch again. Let me tell you what that is. So I have just got to use this little help on my computer. We're going to be going through my least favourite movies, the least favourite of all the movies that I have to the number 1 favourite. So let's begin with number 8, Chamber of Secrets. This movie is just... I'm going to try to explain this as fast as possible. I'm not going to do like the Alvin and Chipmunks thing where I go through all the fucking things. This movie right here, I just feel like it doesn't... It's an interesting story for, like, Harry Potter. But I just feel like the movie's kind of slow. I just feel like it's a bit too long. And it just... Honestly, like... just kind of not for me. It has very weird scenes, like Hermione turning into a cat, or whatever you want to say. Scene is a bit odd. I don't know, it has some just weird scenes, and it's just not really that much of a rewatchable movie, but it's not... I think that all the Harry Potter movies are good. Like, there's like 2 good, there's like 2 just good movies, and then the rest are just amazing. So there's no bad movie in this franchise. Definitely not. Alright. Number 7. Order of Phoenix. This movie right here, I just feel like this movie, it just doesn't... I don't understand what the point of the movie was. I don't remember a lot from the movie, except Sirius Black's death. But this movie just kind of... I don't know, it was just kind of boring. It was a bit more creative than the other movie, though. We got to see some new scenes. But then this scene where they were, like, preparing to... When Harry was teaching everyone whatever... I don't know what it is, what he was teaching them. But this is the few scenes in this movie that seem quite unnecessary. Not something I want to see again. This movie's just... You know, it has quite a lot of action, but it's like, it just has some scenes I just kind of find boring. I don't really know how to explain them. Probably have to rewatch these movies, but I'm probably also not going to be able to explain them then. This is going to disappoint quite a lot of people. On 6th place comes Deathly Hallows Part 1. This movie right here, I just feel like is just... This movie is probably the most boring of the Harry Potter movies. Like, I'm not joking. The 7th and 8th movie, I mean, the 7th, I think Order of Phoenix and Chamber of Secrets, I think those movies are quite boring, not the most fun, but they just kind of feel like they're quite creative somehow. This movie is obviously also creative, but it's just like... there we go. Now, it has some cool scenes, but it just feels like a movie when they're just in... It just feels like a weird movie. Some parts just feel like they don't make any sense, and the pace in the movie... Well, maybe... I don't think it's the best, but it's just kind of... Now, we got like Hermione, Ron, and Harry Potter right now. That's like the only 3 characters that are important in this movie. So, the other characters, we barely see. So, this movie just feels very boring. It's just... And it's also... I also would say that it's a bit way too long. It's just a boring movie. I don't know why. And then the end was just like... It was a bit poor, you know? They did the end of this movie good, but it just felt like, especially with Dobby's death... Of course, that's not good, but They really wanted the audience to actually react, so that's good. Moving on to the next movie, we have got Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, this one is probably going to be top number one for everyone. I really love this movie. I don't really got a lot to say about it. This movie has really good action. It has really cool scenes, and it just has some iconic Harry Potter scenes that you've really wanted to see. But the problem with this movie for me is that it doesn't have the best ending. It just felt like they kind of did like... They kind of did like... Alright, we're gonna take an hour of the movie, or like 30 minutes, just to like... I don't know. It's a good movie, but it definitely has some potential. I just feel like they could use a bit more like enemies in the movie, more moments that you really felt. I really don't know how the fuck to explain this, obviously, but it's a good movie. I could rewatch it, definitely. It's a fun movie to watch, but it's definitely not on my number one spot. Now we've got Half-Blood Prince. This movie is tragic and very dark. One of the most, I think, well-made Harry Potter movies out there. But, yeah, one thing I don't like about the movie, though, is Ginny and Harry romance thingy going on. Otherwise, I just think this movie is just really great. Like, it literally creeped me out. Especially, let's see, when she just screams and goes up in the air. It's a fun movie to watch. Really fun. It's really creepy, and it has some times where just like, wow, it just has some very tragic times, especially Dumbledore's death. So I don't know what to say about it. It's a great movie. It has some scary scenes. But it just feels like the movie just has some really odd scenes. I think this love potion business, it was a bit creepy with Ron especially. But otherwise, it was just... And then we've got this random character that, like, loves Ron. It just feels like it had some weird things in the movie that didn't really have a purpose to have in. Alright, moving on to number 3, we've got Sorcerer's Stone, the first Harry Potter movie. This movie could be on the 4th place, but I'm going to put it on the 3rd place. Because it just shows, it's just such a wonderful pace for a movie. It's really fun to watch. It looks really good for being a 2001 movie, I think. The movie shows really much about Hogwarts. And it's a great movie, also with a great creepy ending. Now, especially the chess scene is really well done. The thing where they're stuck and they gotta say a spell, and the scene with the dogs. It's just a really, really good, well-paced movie with some really cool scenes that were very, very unique than the other movies did. So for that's going to be on my 3rd place. On my 2nd place, we've got Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, usually people would put this as their 1st place, but I'm not going to put it as on my 1st place. So what I've got to say about this movie is, like, it's just great. It's a great, creepy movie. The timeline thingy is just really good. The movie is just... It has really much story to it. And it's just a fun movie to watch. Has some scary scenes, especially with the Dementors. It's, like, really cool creatures. What do I got else to say about the movie than that? Moving on to number 1, Goblet of Fire. This movie is just... It has everything. It just has everything that you could, like, ask for an action, for a creepy... It blends, like, creepiness, action, kind of horror, actually. Not really, like, really horror, but kind of just unnerving scenes. So this movie is just, I love it. I think it's incredible, really really good. Especially this tournament. I forgot what it's called, but it brings some Hunger Games vibes, and I think these games were very well made. The one where you're supposed to go underwater and he was supposed to swim and save other people, his friends. The one where he was fighting the dragon, and especially the maze scene, which is still really really scary to this day. This movie is just so incredibly well made, and it's actually one of my all-time favorite movies, not just in Harry Potter. I just think this movie is a 10 out of 10. It's incredibly good. It's like really fucking well made, and I don't know why. It's just something about this movie that I really like, especially with what is his name? It's not Barty Crouch Jr. who is played by David Tennant, Doctor Who actor. It is well, other weird guy. Oh, Moody, that's right, that's his name. Oh my god, I just saw he's been within Paddington too. Never mind, this is creepy movie, fun movie, love it, don't know what to say about it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a good day.